If you have followed my channel for a while, you would know that on the channel, we like to dive into the story of Call of Duty, looking at individual storylines, characters, individual missions, things along those lines to build out the lore of Call of Duty. Well, today is going to be no different, but there is a little bit of a twist, because recently we found out the exact characters that were going to be in Modern Warfare 2, the next Call of Duty game. And now that we know this, we can kind of dive into their backstories and see where the story is going to moving forward. And that is exactly what we are starting today with the big daddy of all of them, Captain John Price. But before we dive into his backstory, I first have to tell you about today's video sponsor. So I know you guys like free stuff, and I know you guys like video games, and that is why today's sponsor is Modern Warships. Now, Modern Warships is a free-to-play multiplayer game focused on realistic naval battles where you'll become captain with an arsenal with over 30 different ships and 200 different weapon types. Now, the game may be called Modern Warships, but it is not the only technique available for you to create chaos on the seas. There's submarines, carrier-based aircraft, and helicopters from various different countries that are available at your command. What's cool is that each of these has their very own and distinct different type of gameplay. Now, before you enter a fight, I recommend that you boost the characteristics so your team has a higher chance of winning. Now, you can also change the color of your machine to stand out from the rest, and the developers have added plenty of different styles which look really cool. For example, just take a look at this dragon. And with this game, the whole pay-to-win thing simply just does not exist. But on top of that, one of the coolest things about this game is just the scenery and how the game actually looks. I caught myself a few times going, wow, this is a really nice view, and that just adds on top of that awesome gameplay. If you want to check out Modern Warships, it is the first link down in the description. You can download it for free, but on top of that, if you use promo code Inkslasher right now, you're going to get yourself 3 days of premium access for absolutely free. So check out that first link down below. And by the way, there's only 1,500 spots available with that code, so get it while you can. So the first thing that we have to get out of the way right away is that the first 3 Modern Warfare games are not canon in the current Modern Warfare universe. So things like this.
Right. What the hell kind of name is Soap, eh? How'd a muppet like you pass selection?
Or this.
Not now, son. Just rest. Get a medic! Come on, stay with me, son. Price. No. Makarov. Nose. Oh no! Soap! No! Soap! You have to go now! Get off me! I'm sorry.
Anything like that has not actually happened in this universe for Modern Warfare, and with these versions of Captain Price, Gaz, Soap, things along those lines. So, where our story begins with Captain Price. So as far as Captain Price's news story goes, he was born in the year 1985, somewhere in the UK. When he turned 16, he then started serving in the British Army and has done so for over 21 years now. He graduated the Royal Military Academy as a commissioned officer and completed his Special Service Commando selection and was badged a member of the SAS. Proving his worth, he then went on to get specialized training in close quarters combat, sniper techniques, and hostage rescue. Now, at that point, he wasn't yet Captain Price, but rather Lieutenant Price. And one of the coolest things about Modern Warfare 2019 is that we actually get to see Lieutenant Price in action in the year 2009.
Who's Commander Karim?
I'm Karim.
We got your messages.
Lieutenant John Price. Where are the others?
In there. Straight ahead.
Stay close.
So at this point, Farah Karim was being held hostage by none other than Roman Barkov. At this point, she manages to get a signal out, and none other than Lieutenant John Price comes to her rescue. This is how they kind of interact at later days. They've already had contact at previous time. Now, after this, in the year 2011, Lieutenant Price is then awarded the term captain, and then we don't see him until the year 2019. in Piccadilly Circus. Now, at this point, there are hostages being held in Piccadilly Circus, and you play as Kyle Garrick, aka Gaz. Now, at this point, you go into a building with Captain Price, and you realize that someone is wearing an explosive vest. At this time, you try to save him alongside Captain Price, but he then makes the tough decision to save other lives over just one, putting his life in danger. Now, at this point is when Kyle Garrick is taken under the wing of none other than Captain Price, and this is how the story moves forward.
You saved lives today, Sergeant.
This shouldn't have happened in the first place, sir. They sent us in half-assed, so everyone can just keep pretending we're not at war.
Yeah, like the fucking century, that is.
Why have we got our hands tied? Let's just take the bloody gloves off and fight. Sir.
Go on.
We don't stand a chance in hell with these rules of engagement, Captain. They can tell us where, they can tell us when. Don't tell us how. I remember tracking that cell for weeks.
You had actual intel on this?
Quite a bit, sir.
Okay. You're with me.
Now, it is at this point where we get one of the coolest missions of Call of Duty of all time. Clean House, where Kyle Garrick goes alongside Captain Price and enters a building. They do so sneakily, and by the time they get to the end of the building, they find out who was behind the attack on Piccadilly Circus. None other than the Wolf. Now, it just so happens an old associate, Farah Karim, at this time has captured the Wolf. So they go to the embassy and go to interrogate the Wolf to see what is going on with this war that's going on. Needless to say, it's a very long mission, but by the end of it, Omar Solomon ends up escaping.
Clear. All clear.
He's gone.
They breached the wall. Fucking hell. They got him, Captain. We will find him.
Hadir, get your team to the crossroads. Bring everything you've got.
Yes, sister.
What's the plan, Farah?
So at this point, Alex, Farah, and Hadir go after the Wolf, and when they try to stop him, things go wrong, and as we find out, Hadir isn't all of that he seemed. He launches a chemical attack, and Alex and Farah are in trouble. At this point, Captain Price ends up coming to their rescue, and then the hunt is on, but this time for Hadir. So at this point, Captain Price goes to his superior officer, Kate Laswell. And at this time, we see a conversation between the two where he has to hunt down Hadir, but needs to recruit some old comrades to do so. So with Kyle Garrick, aka Gaz, Captain Price, and Nikolai, they hunt down the Butcher, who is the Wolf's right-hand man. And then, well, they interrogate him.
I swear to you,
Where's Hadir?
young blood, you're too late to stop him. Go, Sergeant. Save some fucking Russians. General Barkov already be dead. There. He's going after Barkov. We're done with him. You take him in it. Russia and the West will go to war. Gaz is at the Kareka Theater. Securing Korodin, you know the drill.
Will do. Cruiser is yours. It will get you out of the city.
So at this point, we find out that Hadir has gone to Roman Barkov's compound to assassinate him, and essentially in doing so, if he does, will start the next world war. So Captain Price, alongside Kyle Garrick, go to stop him. And at this time, this is when Captain Price gives one of the darkest and most interesting speeches of the entire game.
Hey. Checkpoint.
For us.
What is there a difference?
Road's blocked. What's the plan?
Shock and all.
What if they don't move?
Then all hell's gonna break loose.
3 seconds.
There's plenty of time.
Holy shit, Captain.
Nikolai saved our bacon.
What if they follow?
They won't.
boss. What the hell are we doing here?
We're cleaning up a mess.
With women and children.
They were leveraged.
They were
When
hostages.
you take the gloves off, you get blood on your hands, Kyle. That's how it works.
Where do we draw the line, sir?
You draw the line wherever you need it, Sergeant. End of the day, someone has to make the enemy scared of the dark. We get dirty, and the world stays clean. That's the mission. Now, if you're having second thoughts, then I can do this on my own.
No, sir. No second thoughts.
Good. Now let's get out of here before he kills Barkov.
So I left that in because it's one of my favorite speeches, but after this, the rest of the game is pretty straightforward. You go to Barkov's compound, you stop Hadir. Hadir is then held captive by the Russians. At this point, you find out that Roman Barkov is making chlorine gas at a facility, and then you go to that facility with pretty much all of what we're going to call Task Force 141, but we'll get to that in a minute. Now you go to the gas facility, and at this time, Farah Karim ends up stopping Roman Barkov. At the same time, Alex blows up the gas facility, and all problems are solved. Right? Well, the story doesn't end there. As it turns out, because of what happened here, there was essentially a power vacuum, and a new bad guy tries to take over Russia. His name is none other than a name that you may recognize, but Khalid al-Assad. So, what does Captain Price do? He has an answer for this, once again bringing it to Kate Laswell.
Enjoy the tea, then.
Zakhaev wants Barkov's throne.
I almost buried him in Pripyat with Macmillan.
That was the father. This is the son, Victor.
Lovely family.
They're big fans of Hadir's.
Well, that would explain why he's still alive.
They're gonna get him out.
They give me what I need.
Who's your crew?
Sergeant Garrick.
Kyle?
They call him Gaz. He never said anything. John McTavish, SAS, sniper, demolitions, goes by SOAP.
Why?
It's classified. There he is. Simon Riley.
There's no picture.
Never. Now the rest. That's neat to know. Unless we got a deal.
What are you calling this task force?
141.
I could go through what happens in all of the seasons after the end of Modern Warfare, but essentially what you need to know is that there is this big battle, and throughout it, Captain Price is putting together Task Force 141, putting together characters like Nikolai, Farah, Ghost, Alex even comes back. By the very end, there's this entire task force, and at the very end, he manages to end up taking down the Zakhaevs, and in doing so, stops them from launching nukes. Now, at this time is when we fully see Task Force 141 put together, when we hear the name of the final character, Soap McTavish.
This isn't over. Not by a long shot.
McTavish to actual.
So, what's your position?
Half a click off the coast. Things are really heating up out here.
Hold tight. We're moving your way. On me.
And this is essentially where we end off with Captain Price's story. This is what we know so far. He leads Task Force 141, took Kyle Garrick under his wing, reports to Kate Laswell, and fights basically all of the bad guys. With the story moving forward and rumors of the game going to Colombia, we can only imagine what he'll get up to next, but what I'm willing to bet is we will get more backstory on Captain Price. With seeing him as a lieutenant within Modern Warfare 2019, I'm guessing we're going to see more along those those lines, with more people working underneath him, including Soap McTavish, who has already been confirmed to be in Modern Warfare 2. But this is his story so far. We'll continue it once Modern Warfare 2 comes out. If you enjoyed the video, want to see more like this one with other characters from the Modern Warfare universe, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn notifications on, all of that good jazz. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars.